Welcome to Trump Breaking News Network, your daily source for up-to-date news on the political scene of Donald Trump, his presidency, American politics and conspiracies. Please subscribe to receive notice of our daily updates. Also share with your friends and your social media. We encourage you to like our videos and give your comments.
This is TBNN.
Trump unveils brand new White House edition. Slams liberals for government shutdown. The federal government entered a partial shutdown over the weekend after Senate Democrats, under the guidance of Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, blocked a short-term funding bill. The Schumer shutdown was ushered in by Democrats as part of a bid to force action on the soon-to-expire Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, even though no DACA legislation yet exists and a deadline to fix it isn't until March. Even the predominantly liberal media couldn't avoid noting that Democrats were to blame for the shutdown, but President Donald Trump's White House sought to unmistakably drive that point home, according to the Daily Caller. On Sunday, people who called the White House public comment line were greeted with an unusual recorded message which explained why their call couldn't be answered, and made it abundantly clear that the Senate Democrats were responsible for the inconvenience. "Thank you for calling the White House," the recorded message began, according to CNN. "Unfortunately, we cannot answer your call today because congressional Democrats are holding government funding, including funding for our troops and other national security priorities, hostage to an unrelated immigration debate," the message continued. "Due to this obstruction, the government is shut down. In the meantime, you can leave a comment for the president at www.whitehouse.gov web link. We look forward to taking your calls as soon as the government reopens," the message concluded. For those who are interested, the White House's Get Involved page lists the number for the public comments line as 202-456-1111. An email address and a physical address is also provided for those who prefer to write a letter to the president. Fortunately, that special message from the White House only ran for about one day, as Schumer and his comrades blinked on Monday, according to Politico, and agreed to end the shutdown with virtually nothing gained on their end save bad publicity for disrupting government operations. "I think the fact they are voting in favor of this proposal that they rejected a few days ago is sort of evidence that they blinked," White House Deputy Press Secretary Raj Shah told a CNN reporter Monday afternoon. Shah added that President Trump was willing to engage in negotiations with Democrats in regard to DACA and strengthening border security once everything was up and running again, but noted that the bipartisan bill brought to him days prior to the shutdown by Democrat Senator Dick Durbin and Republican Senator Lindsey Graham was essentially a non-starter that wouldn't garner his support. "The Graham-Durbin proposal is not a proposal the president can sign," Shah said of the proposed bill that ignored or skirted around all of the major issues Trump demanded be addressed, such as funding for the border wall and an end to chain migration. For his part, Schumer attempted to label the disruption as the Trump shutdown and sought to frame the president as both intransigent and disengaged throughout the whole ordeal, even going so far as to claim, "the great deal-making president sat on the sidelines," a characterization Shah vigorously disputed. "We think the president's engagement was right, was properly set forward, and it helped reopen the government today," Shah stated. The three-day government shutdown was the fault of Democrats and Democrats alone, and that fact was made crystal clear by the message on the White House public comment line over the weekend. Please share this story on Facebook so everyone can hear what the White House had to say about the government shutdown to concerned citizens calling them. What do you think of this message for callers to the White House public comments line during the shutdown? Scroll down to comment below.
This has been the Trump Breaking News Network. Please subscribe and share to stay up to date on the latest news about our president. Be informed.